Here are the 3 reasons why you are most likely not seeing muscle growth when you're training calisthenics. I'm gonna keep this as simple as I can. Let's not waste no more time. Number 1, the first reason why you're not seeing any muscle growth is going to be what you're doing when you're working out. I'm gonna keep this real. There's gonna be 3 factors within this one, and I'm gonna keep it quick and brief. So the first thing is that your rep range when training calisthenics is just completely wrong. It's completely off. So this honestly depends on how you're training and what you're training for. But if your goal is really to build muscle, hypertrophy, muscle growth, you have to realize calisthenics is body weight. It's different from resistance training, which is using an external weight like a bicep curl or a bench press. So let's take the push-up for example. If you're doing a push-up, yeah, you're most likely going to have to be reaching for 25 plus reps, 30 plus reps, 35 plus reps if you're truly going for muscle growth. Okay, now you can add like a resistance band, some external force, some weight. If you're looking at a push-up, I see a resistance band, or even switch up the variation of the push-up, like an archer push-up, an incline decline push-up, just to make things a lot harder and challenge yourself. But let's just right off the bat be straight up with you that you're going to have to increase your rep range a lot more. Number 2 is such an underrated one. Okay, this is number 2 within the first one of working out. Number 2 is your rest. Are you resting the correct amount of time? For strength, if I go for something like the front lever, for example, I'm gonna be resting at least 3-5 minutes. Like I'm resting a long period of time to allow my body to get the rest it needs for that next set so I can hit a better front lever than I did the last time, or go to a different progression or regression of the front lever. If you're talking about muscle growth, let's say you do a set of push-ups and you do those push-ups, you did about 35 push-ups, and then you don't even give yourself a second to rest and you just go right back into it, or you give yourself too long of a time to rest, then that's not that sweet spot for muscle growth. The sweet spot of a resting range is around anywhere from a minute to a minute and a half is usually what I believe to be that sweet spot for resting for muscle growth. Okay, and the third factor is going to be your type of mode, your variation of exercise that you're doing. Are you doing dynamic and explosive work and eccentric work? What are you doing when you're actually working out? You got to take this into account. If I'm doing, again, a push-up, am I focusing on slowing down the eccentric, where we know is, people say, the muscle's tearing, the muscle fiber tears? Yeah. Essentially, if I'm doing everything like a dip, eccentric, and I'm really slowing it down 5, 6, 7 seconds, and then I'm coming up on the concentric at a normal pace, maybe exploding up at the top, am I focusing on that for muscle growth? Those are 3 things to keep in mind for the first one, which is just your workout factors. The second reason why you're most likely not seeing any muscle growth is because of improper protein intake. Guys, I'm gonna be honest right now, and I love this saying. That's 20% in the gym and it's 80% in the kitchen. You probably heard this saying before. I truly believe in it. You know, they say abs are built in the kitchen. I truly believe that that is true. But more specifically, let's look at your protein intake. This is crucial. It's everything. And here's a basic rule of thumb. Maybe I'll even throw kind of like a mode or calculation up here to help you figure out how much protein you need. It's really basic. Just look at 1 gram of protein for every pound of body weight. So for me, I'm 155 pounds. My goal in a day is to hit 155 grams of protein for muscle growth, to either build or around maintain. That's a great goal just to hit. Now, the second thing I want to talk about in a proper protein intake is going to be just choosing the correct foods. You have to keep this in mind. I have 2 foods. One is a grass-fed, organic, no preservatives. It is like the best steak that you can have. Grass-fed, it was raised amazing. On the other hand, I have just like a processed protein bar. Now the protein bar, it is convenient, all right? I don't blame you, it's convenient. If you really need it in a rush, there it is. But if you can opt for the steak, that's your best option for muscle growth. It's more nutrient dense and it has so many more nutrients and minerals on top of that opposed to the processed candy bar. And you have to keep that in mind. It's so important. It's so important for muscle growth. Your muscles will thank you. And number 3, the last reason why you're most likely not seeing any muscle growth might be the most important on this list, is just your sleep. Are you sleeping the correct amount each night? Now, this is different for everyone. Some people are good on 6 hours. Some people are good on 8 hours. You might be sleeping 8 hours and you're like, oh, I'm doing fine. But if I were to take this a step further, let's say you get that 8 hours of sleep. But how is your night and morning routine? Because this is so crucial to recovering your body, for that recovering of your body and your muscles to see muscle growth. If you're going to bed and you're looking at your phone and you're staring at your screen, that blue light's hitting your eyes, which is signaling to your body, signaling to the clock in your body that's saying it's morning, so your body's actually awake even though you're sleeping. You might have thought that you had rest, even though you woke up, maybe you were a little groggy, you really didn't sleep. You really didn't get proper REM sleep, is what it's called, rapid eye movement, which is a deeper mode of sleep, which is you want to hit that when you sleep. So keep this in mind at least an hour before, even 30 minutes if you need to. Don't look at your screen. Do some mobility, do some stretches, decompress into your sleep. And in the morning, I'm gonna give you something. I'm gonna drop a gem right now. This is so key. Look at the sun right in the morning. Shout out Dr. Andrew Huberman. Listening to a lot of his podcasts and he's talking about sunlight. First thing when you wake up in the morning, sunlight. For me, I look at the sun directly, maybe I'll look at it a little bit directly. Allow the sun to hit my eyes. That's gonna keep you awake throughout the day, gonna keep your energy up. But again, this is also so important for that recovery aspect, all right? All leads back to this, it all leads back to that. So look at the sun, and then I just like to move my body. But again, to keep it basic, to keep it simple, let's just look at your sleep. Are you getting that 7-8 hours of sleep? And are you waking up feeling energized and feeling rested and recovered? There you have it. Those are the 3 reasons why I truly believe you are not seeing any muscle growth when training calisthenics or just resistance training, whatever it is that you're doing. I know I barely touched anything on calisthenics that much. It was very, very brief. I've touched about the workout and the 3 factors of the workout, but you have to keep in mind the workout is just a small portion of the bigger picture, which again is prepping your food and having the correct protein intake in the kitchen, and then also just taking care of your sleep at night. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you all. Like the video, subscribe if you are new. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Are you still, bro, did you not hit the like button? Hit the like button for your boy. Help your boy out. Subscribe too, come on.